Okay, I don't like the way that they packaged this at all. You put in 2 pieces of cardboard and fine, I guess. Hey YouTube, I've done it once again. I've ordered way too many cards for my own good and I need your help to go ahead and be able to sort through it and see what exactly it was that I ordered. But before we go any further, if you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like. And also I do have a question for you. What sort of things are you ordering these days? Are you opening up packs? Are you buying Shining Fates, Battle Styles? But without further ado, let's get into this mail. So before we actually get into the card related orders that I made, I did go ahead and order something from GameStop, and this I was a little bit excited about because I didn't know that this was going to be a thing beforehand, but I saw that this was mentioned a few times and I decided that I had to order this. There was no way that I was going to go ahead and go on with my life and not have this. So I went ahead and I made the order. But in order to go ahead and make that work, I had to go ahead and purchase one of these. Now this is a protector for your Funkos, and I'm really not much of a collector myself as far as Funkos, but when the topic is Pokemon, and it's your Pokemon, you kinda have to go with it. You kinda have to go with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this aside for now, but otherwise this is the box that I ordered. I don't want to pull it out just yet. I want to actually give it a place that it can rest. All right, and then let's see what it was that I actually ordered. There we go. We've got a Meowth. If this is your first time here or you really don't know me too well, Meowth is one of the Pokemons that's definitely high tier in my book, in which case I saw that there was a pre-order for this, and how am I not gonna own this? How am I not gonna own this? There we go. It looks adorable, and we went straight from box to other box. And yeah, so this is something that I'm just gonna have shrined up here, and it'll probably be in on some of the videos just to kind of give us the good luck, lucky luck charm. So the problem that there is with collecting is it's fine to have something that's really cool, something that you're gonna enjoy for a long time. There's nothing wrong with that. But the only thing that's wrong with that is, you know, if something happens to it, or if you decide you need to give it away for some reason, or you need to trade it for something better. The thing is, then you lose that one. So I actually ordered a second one, and of course a second protector. I don't like what just happened, so I just tried taking off the plastic, and for some reason there was a UPC sticker on the actual case, and now I'm gonna have to find some way to take that out. Alright, somehow I've managed to go ahead and take off some of it, but not all of it, but it's not really that important, I don't think. And apparently the box condition for this matters, and because this is inside of a box, it's actually really good. There we go. And that's the story on how I became a Funko collector. Kidding, I don't want to, but I mean, if a character is that good, or at least if it means that much to me, then why not? Next episode, I'm just gonna have like 4 walls of Funkos. Kidding. 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 Mark my words, kidding. And for right now, we're gonna go ahead and leave this Meowth right here, just to watch over everything. All right, and then in no particular order, let's go ahead and start. And again, I don't remember exactly what everything was, or at least not when I have this much mail. Here we go. What card did I slice in half? You tell me. And then let's see. Whoa. Okay, so a gust of wind. Not entirely sure what the deal is there. And then let's go ahead and look. There we go. We have a Wizards of the Coast Articuno Black Star promo card. So as far as the collection goes, I am trying to collect the Black Star promos from Wizards of the Coast, in which case I'm missing quite a few, and I kind of thought Articuno seemed like a really, really good buy. And then they left a note that says, X1 Articuno Black Star promo, bonus, Gust of Wind, base set. Thank you. You're welcome. I mean, I super appreciate it. But you left me a note with a question, So you're welcome, or your thank you. Thank me with a question mark? Thank you? You're welcome? Alright, and then next, we have this yellow package. What is it? What is it? It's another Black Star promo that I'm missing. Now, I feel like I've only seen this online or just throughout time, but I've never actually seen it in person, I don't think. Or maybe I might have in an old school binder. But this is really cool. It's very old school. The graphics on this card, it's neat. It's a neat thing to have, and I'm finally glad that I can add this to my collection. Here we have another really, really simple envelope. Oh no, this is taped onto the envelope. And here we have Cramorant Baby Shiny. So the thing is, technically I still am pulling cards from Shining Fates, but I didn't really want to go ahead and keep pulling cards and not get this card. And the thing is, some of these cards, they're really not that expensive. It was just a couple of dollars plus shipping. Like it really wasn't that much. I thought it was worth it, so I'm glad to go ahead and be able to add this to the collection as well. In all honesty, strangely enough, this card, the centering is kind of excellent, and I can't really find any whitening on the edges, the corners, or on the card itself. Although I do think it would be cool to have a master set for Shining Fates, I also think it would be very cool to have this into a slab. If it was a 10, oi, how awesome would that be, right? Just to continue my Cramorant collection, this would be cool in a slab, for sure. And then up next, we have a white package. So no envelope this time, although this technically is an envelope. This feels like two things. Okay, we have one thing there, and another thing there. I have a feeling I know what this is, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's see. Aha! There we go. Okay, so recently I've been on eBay, and I've been stumbling onto a few listings for Shadowless cards. So it's not first edition, but you know, I kind of saw it on there, and the time was running out on it, and do you buy it or do you not buy it? And if I remember correctly, the condition on this card definitely isn't perfect, but just to be able to have some Shadowless cards, because I hardly had any from my original collection. Shadowless wasn't really the thing. So the condition on this card, it's actually not too bad, but if anything, there is some edge wear. It's like, this definitely isn't a 10 card, probably not a 9. I would say like maybe a 6 or a 7. And although that sounds bad, honestly, it was pretty cheap. It was pretty cheap. So this is an unlimited Shadowless card. So my question to you is, with cards of this condition that are this old, is it a good idea to go ahead and grade them? It feels like it might be better to have a first edition card and then grade that, but is this something that you yourself would grade? And then over here, we have a Charmander. Again, this is similar condition to the War Turtle, but honestly, it's a pretty clean card. For what it is, it's a clean card. So this is just my Shadowless Charmander, and honestly, it's a really neat card. If you're trying to have a Shadowless card but you don't care if it's a 10, I kind of think that this actually wasn't a really bad buy at all, by a long shot. So yeah, honestly, this was quite a few orders that happened this time around, but when the deal is that good, you know, do you jump on it or do you leave it alone? That's the question. So what do we have here? Hey! Whoa! Okay, so we have a Shadowless Growlithe. Okay, so if you can't guess what most of the theme for today's mail grouping is, I did run into quite a few Shadowless cards, but I didn't specifically know about this Growlithe card. And again, kind of like the Charmander and the War Turtle, this does have some edge wear, but honestly the card looks really nice in my opinion. The centering's off, but I kind of do like this. And although these cards wouldn't make it as a 10, I kind of feel like it might be nice to just have a set of base set Shadowless cards, minus the real expensive ones, because who's got that money? Maybe at some point, but not now. So I believe that was a gift, but there's definitely more cards in here. Actually, maybe I did know about that Growlithe. Or maybe it was an extra Growlithe, I don't know. But let's see, what do we have? We have Shadowless Growlithe, Shadowless Magikarp, Shadowless Magnemite, Shadowless Machoke. These are all unlimited. Shadowless Machop, Shadowless Ponyta. There's a few of those, 3 Shadowless Ponytas and 2 Shadowless Diglett. So this was part of a lot. Again, this was just a couple of dollars. And although they're unlimited, thing is I never really had Shadowless cards, so I thought this is a good opportunity. Maybe not to complete the set, but at least to have something. Would you have done the same? Don't lie. So after looking at this again, it does look like one of them was extra because the lot was for 10 cards and I counted 11. And yeah, I looked at all of them. All of them look pretty good minus the edge wear, but you know, in my opinion, it's reasonable just because they are old cards. You know, they're shadowless. But with that, they're very clean cards and I like them. It's really cool. It's a really cool thing to have. And let's continue with the yellow packaging. What are you? Oh, heck yeah. So this is definitely something different. This is an XY Evolutions Charizard. Definitely not a base set, definitely not a shadowless card. But the thing is, what's really interesting is that XY Evolutions is a reprint. And it wasn't that long ago where the booster box was worth $800, but really it was $1,000 for the whole box. The 36 booster packs in a box was $1,000. The price kind of just inflated itself all the way up there, in which case it became more expensive to go and open up the booster packs. But recently, with prices going back down, the reverse holographic for Charizard was somewhere around the neighborhood of like $70, $75. You know, considering what Charizard is, what XY Evolutions is, and the prices of what everything was, I kind of felt like this was probably the better way to go instead of trying to hunt it down myself. Although the hunt is always, you know, of course, hunting down a card is super fun. This is way more cost effective. And all of a sudden, I don't really have the desire to open up XY Evolutions. If I get a pack, cool, I'll open it, but I won't feel the need to open it like a lot of people do these days. So you gotta love that. It's the base set art, and I mean, at $75, not bad. And the condition is way better than what you would have if you spent $75 on a base set Charizard. And then looking at it a little bit closely, the centering is a little bit off. There's some whitening at the corner, and there's a small spot on the edge here. So I kind of feel like the highest that this would be is probably a 7, but regardless, you know, I'm super happy to have it. It's just nothing but yellow packages, the madness. All right, what do we have here? This one's a little bit closer to the edge. Danger. Okay, so we have something between cardboard this time. And that's interesting that, like, I've ordered quite a few cards this time around, and this is the first one that I'm finding that actually, you know, is living between cardboard. Okay, this isn't gonna work yet, but extra protection is never a bad thing. What do we have? Hey, it's like a literal huge thank you note. And what is the card? Heck yeah. The amazing rare Rayquaza. And the thing is, again, Vivid Voltage isn't something that I've really gotten into, like, too much as far as the packs. Like, I'd want to, but I just haven't. But I know that for a fact, Rayquaza is definitely one of those cards that is just super cool to have. Amazing rare, the idea is neat, it's awesome, but out of all the amazing rare cards, I feel like Rayquaza is going to be one of the ones that's going to be more sought after later on in the future. What do you think about all the amazing rares? Which one is your favorite? And do you feel the same way as I do about Rayquaza? And I ordered this one from tcgplayer.com, and what I like about that website is that you can go ahead and shop around for a card, but I like that it gives you the option to go ahead and look at photos. So this is one that I actually looked out for, specifically based on the picture, just for the centering. because a lot of people can be really careful with their cards, but you know, you don't really have much control over centering. But if you can go ahead and look for which one you want and see one that's actually centered, oof, that's the one that you want. Okay, at this point we have about 5 more things to open. Okay, and then what are you? Oh, heck yeah. And I can't remember exactly what set this is from. I think it's from Darkness Ablaze, but yeah, those are packs that I've also not really gotten into, and you know, it's a Butterfree. Butterfree is cool. Butterfree is damn cool in my opinion, so why not? Why not pick this up? Okay, and then for once we have a big brown envelope. I don't like the way that this feels at all. Okay, I don't like the way that they packaged this at all. You put in 2 pieces of cardboard and fine, I guess. Why would you do this? Anyways, do a better job when you're sending out cards, please. Let's try to open up this monstrosity. Oh boy, I hate everything about this. So before I show you this card, let me know what you thought about that wrapping, and based on what card this is, was that appropriate? Was that an appropriate way to go ahead and wrap this card? Anyways, here we go. There we go. We have a reverse holographic Dragonite from Expedition, I believe. Yeah, so the condition on this card, not too hot. Like, definitely not too hot. But, again, this was a cheap card. You know, and it's Expedition. And it's a Dragonite and it's reverse holographic. So, for the price, not too bad. You know, this isn't going to be a grail, but it's nice to have in your collection if you don't already have an Expedition Dragonite. You know, it's the reverse holo. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, and then we have the infamous Please Don't Bend, Thank You package. Now, I like this because it feels like someone actually cared, unlike other packages. I like it when people actually leave thank you notes. Like, it doesn't matter, but yes it does. It's nice. Now this feels like a thick boy. And I have no idea what it is. What are you? This is like wrapped. I don't want to say pretty well, but it's wrapped to a great degree. Okay. Okay. I mean, it is safe. Okay, so it's not... It felt kind of chunky, kind of thick, but no, it was a series of things covering it, holding it together. The fabric of everything. Alright, and then let's take a look. What are you? And I quickly saw that there is a code card that went along with this, and that's something that I'm keeping for myself, but that's interesting. It's a Centiskorch. Now this is something that I specifically didn't order, so this must be like an extra gift, in which case, very cool. Can't complain about that at all, and I absolutely don't have this card. I don't know what set it comes from, so very cool. But I believe this is the card that I ordered, so let's see. Ha 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 ha. Wait a minute. Okay, so interestingly enough, this isn't exactly what I expected, but I'm not exactly disappointed. So, this is another XY Evolutions Charizard, reverse holographic. I was under the impression that I was ordering the holographic kind, but like, I'm still not mad at this specifically. I'll go ahead and double check what the order was, but I do think it was supposed to be the holographic one. But again, you kind of can't be mad at this. It's Charizard. And interestingly enough, the centering is kind of better on this one. So, I mean, that's why this isn't a bad thing, because the truth is I am going to go ahead and send some of these cards for grading. And if I can send multiple copies of any one card, you know, that kind of doubles your chances for a better grade card of whatever kind that you care about. So, all in all, not bad. Not bad. All right, we're getting close to the end. There's 2 more things. What do you think the last thing is? It comes inside of a box, but this is a very big white package. And also please remember to leave that like if you can. And also, what do you think about this mail opening so far? Is it what you expected? Are they weird items to you, or are they just plainly cool? Let me know. Oh, we have this big saucer of a cardboard thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Haha. So this is a Charizard from 2009. It's a promotion card. It's not a card from the set itself. I can't remember exactly which set this is kind of supposed to be from. I think it's supposed to be a Diamond and Pearl specific set, but yeah, I thought that this was a really cool card, and you know, for once it's a Pokemon card that doesn't have a yellow border. You know, it's got kind of like a silver, kind of like a rainbow-ish border, and again, it's Charizard. It's a really cool thing to have, and I'm really excited to be able to have any card that's from this era, because this is absolutely an era that I was never a part of. You know, I was into other things. I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! I was into running, I guess. So I'm super happy to be able to have, you know, this card, this promotion. It's awesome. All right, it's the final package. The final package. So what did you guess that this was? Do you think you're right? Do you want to go back and change your answer? Let's go ahead and find out. Slash attack. Slash attack. And I believe that this is what we were waiting for. And of course I've saved the best for last. What could possibly beat those Charizards? What could possibly beat those Shadowless cards? Here we go. We know it's English at least, or at least not Japanese. And 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. So we have another Shadowless card, except this is a first edition Shadowless Charmander, specifically with the gray first edition stamp. So the way that this card would get a gray first edition stamp is that when the stamp was being applied, eventually it starts running out of ink. So if anything, it's still the first edition stamp on the card itself, but there's not a whole lot of ink that got stamped onto it. So it becomes a little bit more gray, a little bit lighter. And because of that, it's sort of known as a misprint. Like, it's not misprinted, but I mean, it's a gray stamp. And for that, I thought this was definitely a good buy to have. And the condition of this card is a lot better than the condition of the rest of the Shadowless that I've showed today. So that was it for the mail. Let's go ahead and do a recap to go ahead and see absolutely everything, because I know that was so many cards. Let's go ahead and do that recap and see what it was that I ordered this time around. So we have holographic Centiskorch, Cramorant Baby Shiny, Blackstar Promo Jigglypuff, Blackstar Promo Articuno, Shadowless Growlithe, Magikarp Unlimited. These are all unlimited. Magnemite, Machoke. I'm choked on something. Machop, Ponyta, 2 Diglets, Shadowless Charmander, Shadowless Wartortle, Butterfree VMAX, the Gigantamax Butterfree, Amazing Rare Rayquaza, Expedition Reverse Holographic Dragonite, Reverse Holographic XY Evolutions Charizard ×2. Then we have this Diamond and Pearl era promo Charizard. I could be wrong, it might not be Diamond and Pearl, but I really think it might be. And then we have the first edition Shadowless Gray Stamp Charmander. So overall, what did you think about all these things? We had a lot of things. We had a lot of cards. We even had Funkos, and that's something that we don't do here. That's something that I really don't do in my life, but there are exceptions to a lot of things. But thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of cards. This was a lot of things that I ordered. You didn't have to go ahead and stick all the way through, but if you did, you're my kind of people. I appreciate you so much. Please make sure to go ahead and take care of yourself, and otherwise I'll go ahead and see you at the next video. Click on any of the videos that have probably popped up by now, but otherwise, Bye now.